In a few days, we will celebrate Jesus' resurrection from the dead. Here we are told his crucified corpse returned to life inside his burial tomb and, intact, appeared outside the tomb in various capacities. It is called a miracle, and it would be except for one thing: it never happened. Insisting that it did is one of mankind's greatest tragedies, for it denies the common person knowledge of who they really are and what life is all about. In Tibet, the bodies of common, highly spiritually developed people vanish from sight in an energy release that manifests as a stream of multicolored light. The body remains intact. It just vibrates at a rate that is outside of human perception. The phenomenon, called rainbow body, is the natural way to gracefully exit the planet, and possible for every living human being who's willing to complete a demanding yogic practice. It has been happening since before Jesus was born and is taking place even in modern times. The Christian miracle claim is tantamount to saying that Jesus needed divine intervention to accomplish what others are able to accomplish on their own. I don't think that's a very nice thing to say about a man who gave so much. But to put it bluntly, if resurrection is your thing, you don't need Jesus anyway. Consider the Shroud of Turin. It is Jesus' burial cloth. It contains his crucified image thereon. Over a century of high-quality research shows that an energy release took place in his tomb. The cloth was parallel to the burial slab at the time of image formation. An energy release straightened the cloth out. If image formation took place while the cloth was contoured to his body, as it was when laid to rest, then it would be heavily distorted when viewed flat, as it is today. It is not. Then there are the blood stains. The blood clots from the flesh wounds on his body, and there are about 130 of them, were literally forced into the cloth. The stains on the cloth perfectly replicate the wound that produced them. There's none of the smudging that would have occurred had the cloth been lifted from the body, breaking the sticky connection. Additionally, the chemistry of the cloth in the image area has been chemically altered, presumably from being bombarded with atomic particles. I could go on and on. Bottom line, there was no bodily resurrection. There was a flash of light inside the tomb, telltale proof that an energy release took place. All of the Gospels report it, but you have to know how to read the Bible in order to find it. In Mark and Luke, it is seen in the color of the robes men, natural creatures, were wearing, described as white by theologians. The Greek word that translates to white also means bright, brilliant, dazzling, as in a flash of lightning. The inquiring mind asks, what were men, natural creatures, doing in the tomb? How did they get there? And why are their clothes glowing? It was daybreak inside a dark tomb. The glow was not from reflected sunlight. Those are questions that never get asked. In Matthew's account, an angel, a winged creature, descended from heaven, causing a great earthquake. The angel's appearance was, as Matthew says, like lightning, and his clothing was white, bright and brilliant as snow. Upon landing, the angel rolled back the entry stone to the tomb, showing that Jesus' corpse was already gone. Jesus had left the house. What Matthew is really saying was there was a flash of light and a simultaneous shaking of the earth that was so strong as to dislodge the entry stone to the tomb. He states that the soldiers stationed at the tomb were frozen like dead men. My guess is close inspection would have found some soiled underwear also. The defense of bodily resurrection conflates with his reported appearances outside the tomb. According to the Gospels, he appeared over the next few days as a hungry traveler on the road to Emmaus, a man with a side wound who could walk through locked doors. He appeared as a gardener, a stranger on the shore of Lake Tiberias with fishing advice and cooking utensils. He appeared as a rocket ship kind of thing that ascended into the clouds, and then later, in the case of St. Paul, a talking flash of light. Quite a repertoire, if you ask me. But did he really? Was the people were seeing a real body? Did it reflect light, register when placed on the bathroom scale, eat, defecate, and so forth? Or was it a mind creature, a neural corollary of an image placed in people's mind stream? Consider this. Consider Jesus' transfiguration. The synoptic gospels all report it. It is where Jesus' clothes became dazzling. During the light show, Moses and Elijah appeared at his side and were witnessed conversing with him. Consider Mary's many visits to the material world. According to a study by the National Geographic, she has appeared over 2,000 times. In 1917 at Fatima, Portugal, she appeared to 3 child visionaries for 6 months in a row. The children could see her, but onlookers could not. In 1858 at Lourdes, France, Mary appeared to a peasant girl. The girl could see her, but no one else could. These accounts establish the reality of visitors from the non-human realm making human contact. Do they come in real bodies, i.e. reflect light, register on a weight scale, and so forth? If so, why can't everyone see them? Or are they hallucinations which result from neural equivalents imposed on the brains of the onlookers? Fact is, we don't know, and we have no way of knowing. But for sure, they do not a miracle make. You know, but Sunday morning preacher man acts like he has all the answers. He somehow knows that Jesus' Easter morning body was a real body, but he never explains why he knows that. And it was the same body that was placed in a tomb the previous Friday. And we know from scientific fact it was not. A rainbow body event took place on the first Easter Sunday. So in your Easter service, please don't insult Jesus by buying into the belief that he needed divine assistance to do what others do on their own. Don't give in to the proposition that he made bodily appearances outside the tomb. We have no idea what people experienced other than there was an interaction between the human and the non-human realm. Then comes a collection plate. There's a whole lot of misinformation being dished out, and money is being collected in return. Someone better call the cops. My book, Christianity's Dirty Little Secrets, is available at all major booksellers. paper and ebook format. Refer to it if you need further information. Meanwhile, stay safe, keep your social distance, and wash your hands. I'll catch you the next time.